Hi guys, so what I have here today, this is a 2010 Honda City. So this version of the Honda City was launched, I remember attending the launch in December 2008, 12 years ago. And I remember when this car was launched, right, there's a lot of wow factor. I mean, look at it today. It's 12 years since this car was launched and it still looks the part. This car still looks the part. Now, this version that this unit that I'm driving here, this is really not the best cat, for example, you find out there. Okay, belongs to my extended family, but not been particularly well cared for. So, but still, considering the neglect, the maintenance that I know this car suffered over the last 2 years, I think it's held up together pretty well. So I remember when this car was first launched, right? It was a groundbreaking moment for this segment, because you see, right, before this was launched, right, it was the Civic with the CVT, you know, that weird proportion, the one with the weird styling, right? And this one, okay, this one is for what, 80,000 ringgit, less than 9,000 ringgit. Nice, sleek looking design, looks futuristic. And even today, right, you turn up in one of these, okay, I mean, in a well-maintained example, you turn up well on these, right, it still looks like, you know, you are doing okay, you're still doing well in life. Not quite there yet, but definitely on your way to a Civic, or, you know, you are a rich man, a rich Tai Datin, buying this as a modest daily, you know, get around car when your Alphard and Welfire is too cumbersome and you don't want to drive your McLaren or Ferrari every day. This is like your pasar car, you know, your send your grandkids to school car. So yeah, definitely, this car still looks good. Okay. Let me just bring in and show you. So there are two variants. Okay, there's the high spec and low spec. I can't remember what the alphabets that they use. I think it's like E spec, S spec, and all that. But this is the highest spec variant. So you can identify this on the outside from its rims, 16-inch wheels. The lower spec version had 15-inch wheels. Now the funny thing about this City is that the wheels is some weird size one. So these 16-inch wheels are made with 185/55 tires. The 15s, I think, is like something like 175/65, some very funny sizes ones. So tire shopping, I remember when this car was first launched at the time, was quite troublesome. Okay, so I think the front end of this car, it has that sleek, futuristic look. Still looks futuristic by today's standards, lah. Okay, and so this is a plain halogen reflector headlights, of course, but the way it is, that slimness in its look, right, I think it still looks pretty modern. Okay, and the front bumper design, you know, it's very nice, very clean design. Okay, and it has the side here runs, it has this character line here, and this one here as well. The rear end also, okay, a nice, it's a nice like polygonal tail light design. So overall, I think even like more than a decade old, right, this car still looks the part. This is the pre-facelift model. There's the facelift version where it's the tail light sports a 3-bar design. Okay, this car was launched in 2008, so it still uses a conventional key. Let me just show you the boot space first before I bring you to the interior. So here's, open the boot. All right, large boot, large, well-sized boot. Okay, open underside here, space saver, spare tire. Okay, and the seats have 60/40 split folding. Okay, but It's not a flat floor, so there's a step. And I remember now when this was launched, right, the City before this had Ultra seats from the Jazz. So this one, with this generation of the City, Honda took a deliberate decision to take away Ultra seats, which I thought was, which at that time, remember, I was thinking, why did they do that? The Ultra seats was so useful, right? It was a major selling point. Then, but here you get armrests, okay, armrests with molded cup holders. And let me just show you one thing. So the City, right? This City had recline seat adjustment, so you can actually adjust the recline angle of the rear seats. Now, why? And this feature has not been carried over to the current generation model. Now, some interesting fact. This City, okay, in India, right, the City is often used as a chauffeur-driven car. So this recline adjustment feature was a major selling point in that market, and Honda Malaysia brought that feature over here, and I think that's brilliant. So you see, like right now with the seat recline, it's absolutely fantastic at the back here. All right, and you see I've got good thigh support. Okay, the seats give fantastic thigh support relative to the standards of this class. Good leg room. Okay, and one more thing, you can see the footwell actually rises up. Why? Because the fuel tank, this floor pan is built with a mid-mounted fuel tank layout in mind. Although I'm not sure if they implemented this for the City. Okay, one more little factoid. The mid fuel tank mounting, right, is a design that Honda patented for themselves. So no other car makers can use that. Only Honda does. I know for a fact that the Jazz of this generation had its fuel tank mounted in the middle. That's what allows it to have Ultra seat function. I think this one has the fuel tank mounted in the middle too. You know why? Because, I also forgot about this thing. So down here below the seats, you can see there's this compartment here in which you can put things. Okay? You can put like your umbrella or whatever you choose. Now, this generation of City does not have rear air con vents like the current one. All right, but I think the build quality of the cabin is it's rather all right. So this is the dashboard. Okay, we step inside. Okay, so this time there's no such thing as what you call it, as touch screen. So, but still the finishing of this, okay, it gives an impression of premiumness. The controls here, radio controls, so it's an integrated audio system, MP3 compatible. So simple single zone manual climate control, and as always, great storage solutions. Okay, so you can see inside here there's this lidded compartment in which you open, you reveal an aux jack and a USB port. Okay, cup holder here. This is okay, so this compartment really not that useful, to be honest. And here there's a simple center console box. You've got glove box here, and here the instrument cluster. You see, look inside, right? The instrument cluster has the nice brushed finish in the in there, okay, on the surface. And now I off the engine, right? Okay, so the instrument cluster automatically lights up whenever only when the engine is started. Let me just see what happens if I switch the lights on. So when you switch the lights on, the cluster dims a bit. I can't find the there doesn't seem to be there's no brightness adjustment. So here's the trip meter, average fuel consumption 10, but this is a bit funny. So now I'm quarter tank left and only 66 kilometers range. 176,000 kilometers on this car. Yeah. So here, let's explore this. Press the menu, and you see when you press the menu, use this rotary knob to scroll through various functions. All right. Okay. Oh, all right. So. So you press the menu button repeatedly to scroll through the various features. Okay, but overall, I think they've put this car. I think the overall design, interior build of this car, Honda actually put in decent amount of effort. Okay, in the construction of this. And oh, look at this. So we've got a little drawer here which you can put away your smart tag. You've got another drawer here which you can put like your touch and go card or your parking ticket. And this variant has pedal shifters. All right, the 1.5 liter engine up front, single overhead camshaft, 120 horsepower, mated to a 5-speed automatic transmission. At that time, this was class leading. So in the top spec variant here, it comes with pedal shifters, so you get an S mode. Okay, you can engage S mode. If you take the lower model, you don't get pedal shifters, but what you get instead here is D, D3, 2, and L. Okay, so yeah, let's bring this car for a drive. So the interior of this car has just been cleaned by our sponsors, Pro Nano. So as we have mentioned in our previous videos, Pro Nano is currently offering fantastic business opportunity for you guys. From as low as 5,000 ringgit, you can take up their reseller or entrepreneur packages to start your own business. So go to the links in the description section to check out what they have to offer. Okay guys, so I've got some problem with my camera mount. And as a result, I only be able to speak to you guys at red lights, or if later when I head back to PJ, if NKV is super jammed, then probably I can speak more with you. So this example of the city that I'm driving here, this car has not been particularly well cared for. All right, might have skipped a few services along the way. Okay, lights just turned green. Yeah, so what amazes me is that it still actually drives relatively okay. Okay, the car still drives relatively okay. The engine just now on the highway didn't struggle for pace at all. And I guess it is testament, all right? It is in the worst condition units that you really it's testament to the integrity, to the quality which Honda built this car. Because even in this obvious state of neglected maintenance, this car is still holding together. So overall, actually this car drives pretty well. Engine still feels strong. Ride is not at all uncomfortable. The handling is competent, and I remember during its day, this city, it was easily this city competed directly against what we commonly call the Vios Dugong, and this at that time easily felt like the superior car. And during this time, Honda was very conscious in not offering a spec to match the Vios Jazz. So at that time, right, Vios, the Vios, right, they had the J spec, then they had the E spec, G spec, S spec. So in different spec levels. Whereas the City only competed directly against the higher grades of the Vios, and in a way, it sort of cemented the perception that the City is that bit more of a premium product compared to the Vios. Now, obviously, Toyota sold more Vioses than this City because it started at a lower price point. But You see, the thing was that at that time, when people asked me for recommendations, at that time I always said, if your budget is restricted to just 70K, then you go for the Vios. But if you are in the 85, 90K, if you've got 85, 95, 90K to spare, go for this instead. I mean, that time, this city had the more powerful engine. It had a 5-speed automatic transmission as opposed to the Vios's 4-speeder. It got pedal shifters, and and styling wise, it's also the more attractive car. So now, today, right, 2020, and the successor model to this also is already nearing its phase out date. I think this car, it still looks good. It still looks contemporary. It doesn't look or feel like an outdated product. Well, as a used buy, I think this city is definitely worth considering, right? A market value, asking price for one of these 2010 examples, it's in the region of about 28,000 ringgit, which is good value for the overall package on offer. And of course, when you buy one of these, if you insure your car with the Pacific and Orient Pro Mileage plan, you get to save 40% on your insurance premium costs. To find out how much you can save on your next car insurance renewal, head over to poi2u.com, okay, and get a quote for your car. Okay, so guys, so that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoy our content. If you like what we are doing, greatly appreciate it if you like this video, and also to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Bobby's channel, subscribe to Bing's channel as well. All right, yeah, so until next video, thanks for watching. Bye guys.